Alright, Shalom. Shalom. Let's start off as always by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachai Kodash, the Barak, the apostles, the bishops and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well. And Shalom to the elect, starting with the 144,000, and the great multitude that believe in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Zakar from the Great Millstone Montreal branch, and I want to touch on how Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to help his elect in the time of trouble. Okay, when I say help, I'm speaking of divine intervention. Okay, so the Lord is going to send his angels to protect his elect, okay, to help them, to guide them, okay, in that time. Okay, so let's start right away in the book of Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. Now this is referring to the time of trouble. Okay, all right, a time of pestilence, a time of famine, okay, a time of war, okay, all right. It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, which is the Israelites, okay, specifically the elect. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So it's telling you that it's going to be a time unlike any other time in history, okay. That's why the Lord is going to send forth Michael, okay, right, the archangel, okay, all right. You know, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Okay, so his elect are going to be delivered. That's the people it's referring to. Okay, they're going to be delivered. Now, before the great deliverance, there's going to be multiple I can say deliverances, in the sense that the elect are going to be helped, okay, they're going to be protected, okay, from different situations, okay, all right, and that's going to be by way of divine intervention. Okay, so the Lord is getting ready to do a great work and to show his power, okay, and to show who he's dealing with, okay, and that's all going to magnify his name, okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, let's go into the book of Psalms. Matter of fact, I want to get that in there's a word I want to get in the blue letter, so let's just read it here. Psalms 91 and verse I'll start at verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Okay, so how is his elect not going to be afraid? Well, because the Lord is going to put a special spirit upon his elect, okay, starting with the 144,000, okay, like it says in the book of Timothy. The Lord said the scripture says that the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind, okay, and that's walking in faith, okay, being stable, okay, trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, that's why the elect are not going to be afraid. Okay, the Lord is going to raise his trust in him. Okay, he's going to increase the faith that the elect have. Okay, it says verse 7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. You see, so seeing this is only going to increase your faith. Okay, so the elect are going to go from faith to faith. Okay, seeing thousands falling, right before your eyes. Okay, but the death is not touching you. Okay, what is that going to do? It's going to increase your faith. And how is the Lord going to do that? By way of divine intervention. Okay, he's going to send protection from on high. Okay, verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, and that's one of the what the scripture says is there's one thing that makes me happy. It's in the downfall of an enemy. Okay, well, there's glory in that, man. Okay, seeing the downfall of your enemy. Let me see. downfall. I know it's in the Apocrypha. Sirach. He that liveth to see, liveth. Let's see. Yep, Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Right, so the Lord is going to grant that honor to his men. Okay, to see the downfall of the enemy. The enemy, none other than the so-called white men, the Edomites, which is the true biblical name, the Edomites. Okay, those are the ones that are in power. Okay, it's going to be the elites. Okay. Right, so the Lord is going to grant this to his elect. Verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, that's why the scripture also says that be not afraid at sudden fear, neither at the desolation of the wicked, for the Lord will be thy strength. I believe that's in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs, I'm going to go with 3. Okay, so that's once again the Lord increasing the spirit of his men. Proverbs 3:25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai shall be thy confidence. Right, our faith. Okay, our faith is going to be Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Once again, the Lord is going to increase his trust in him upon his men, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Okay, now once again, the Lord is going to send divine intervention. Okay, the Lord is going to send divine intervention, and we're going to need it. Okay, seeing as the devil is going to come with great wrath, man. Okay, all right, he's going to come back in his natural state, you know, as a hunter, and he's not going to hide it, man. You know, so the Lord is going to show his strength, man. Which the strength of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is stronger than the strength of man. You know, you're referring to Esau, Edom. Okay. All right. Whatever military might he has does not compare to the strength that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai has. It doesn't compare to the strength of one angel. Okay. Psalm 91 and verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. Okay, right? Because you've trusted in the Lord. Okay, all right. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower; the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay, so the elect, first of all, they have the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. They believe on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, and they stand on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay. You know, and that goes also with believing his word, believing the fact that he's going to help. Okay, you know, it says, the Lord said in the book of Revelation, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Okay, so because you have believed this word, you walked in this truth, in sincerity. Okay, the Lord's gonna send his the Lord's going to protect you from the hour of temptation, which the hour of temptation is when the MOTB, the CHIP, okay, is going to be made mandatory. Okay, that's the hour of temptation. Okay, that's the hour of temptation. Okay, and the Lord is going to protect his man during that time. You know, protect the elect. Period. Okay. You know, it says here, verse 10, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. You see? How? Because the Lord is going to send divine intervention. Okay? For he shall give, there you go, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Okay? And that's the main scripture that I wanted to go into. Okay, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai are going to guide his men, okay, his elect, okay, okay. They're gonna guide them, okay. They're gonna tell them where to go, okay. They're gonna protect them, okay, because that's basically an order that the angels have received. See, the angels, they have work to do as well, okay. Which one of the orders is to protect his men, okay, just like Raphael was sent to guide and protect Tobias, okay, you know, and to help Tobit and Sarah, okay, just like the angels were sent to minister unto Yahweh Shai, okay, after he fasted, you know. All right, so the angels, they have duties as well, okay. That's why one of the angels here that Saint John tried to bow down to, he told him not to bow down. It's Revelation 11. Let's see. No. Revelation 19. It's like Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. Right? So to the feet of the angel told him, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the angels, they have work to do too. They have duties, they have tasks. Okay, you know, it says worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. It says here also in the book of Revelation 14 and 6. Okay, it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. So this message is transferred to us by the angels, okay? Which message? The truth, okay? This knowledge, this truth, okay? I'll read it again. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, okay? The elect, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. Okay, all right. So the angels are our fellow servants. Okay, just like we are servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they are our brethren. Okay, all right. And one of the tasks that they are given is to protect his men. Okay, the men of who? The men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as it is written. The Lord said, "Touch not mine anointed. Touch not mine anointed." Touch not. Look up Psalms 105 and 15, saying, I'll start at 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong, yea, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm. Okay, you see. So how are the anointed of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and his prophets protected? By way of his angels, okay? You know? So really, well, that's why the scripture says, no weapons that is formed against thee shall prosper, because there's angels protecting his men. It says the angel of the Lord campeth round about them that fear him and delivered them. Okay? Psalms 34. Yep. Psalm 34 and 7, the angel of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. There you go. Okay? So the angels have duties, okay, and it's to protect his men. And they're going to show, you know, that duty is going to be on display, man. Okay? In that time of trouble, man. Okay? Once again, the Lord is going to send divine intervention in that time, man. Okay? You know? So let's go back to Psalm 91, okay? I want to go into this word charge, okay? I'll read it again. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Okay, so the word charge here is tazawa, okay? Tazawa, okay? It says to command, okay? To command, charge, give orders. You see, So the angels are going to give you orders, okay? They're going to command you on where to go, okay? Excuse me. And they have the directions and instructions from on high, man. Okay? All right? So the elect are going to be protected, man. Okay? Yes, they're going to be martyrs, but even before, the martyrdom happens, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's glory is going to be displayed, man. Okay? Those martyrs, man, they're going to have great stories to tell of the deliverances and the help and the protection that they receive from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? Because of the divine intervention that he's going to send, man. Okay? You see? Right? Because the angels they're gonna command you, it says charge, give orders, lay charge, give charge, order, okay, to protect you, man. All to glorify Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says enjoin, okay, appoint, a charge, commandment, send a messenger, put said in order, right? And the angels are messengers, okay? And they're sending us message, man. Okay? Okay? I'm gonna send this message, man. On what to do, where to go, okay? So fear not, man. We're gonna be protected, man. Okay. Some brothers might be alone. Well, guess what? The angels of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are gonna guide you what you need to do, where you need to go. Okay. Your next steps. Okay. And some brothers are gonna be together. Okay. You had Elisha and the company of the prophets. But even then, the angels are going to guide his men, okay? All right. There's not one elect that's just gonna be in how can I say, completely lost, not known, just in like in disarray, not no, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to guide them and protect them, okay? And that's faith, man. Okay. All right. Let's keep reading. Okay, Psalms 91 and verse. I'll read 11 again. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Okay. So the elect are gonna move in surety, man. Okay. All right. They're not gonna be. Yeah, they're not gonna be in complete confusion. Okay, in complete darkness. You see, that's not gonna happen. Verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Okay. Alright, so that's complete protection, man. Okay. Just like Peter, okay, was visited by an angel, okay, when he was locked up. Okay, let me see. Acts. Let's see. I believe that happened twice. Twice Peter was delivered from prison. Okay, so that was divine intervention from on high. Acts 12 and verse man. You guys are gonna pay, man. Yeah, Acts 12 and verse 3. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. Right, during the days of unleavened bread. Okay. That's around the time of the Passover. Okay. Well, after the Passover, verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter, which is the Pesach, to bring him forth to the people. Okay. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for him. So that proves that we have to pray. Okay, we have to pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says the praise of the saints pierces the clouds. Okay, All right. And the Lord, he answers, man. He answers the prayers of those that call upon him in sincerity and in truth. Okay. Verse 6, and when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers. It's two soldiers, okay, on each side of him, okay. Well, there's a soldier on each side of him, okay. It's two soldiers beside him, bound with two chains. Also, he's bound up, locked up. And the keepers before the door kept the prison. See, there's also keepers before the door. And behold, the angel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai came upon him, and the light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, "Arise up quickly." And his chains fell off from his hands. Okay? Boom, delivered. Okay? Boom, just suddenly, the chains fell off. And the angel said unto him, "Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals." And so he did. And he said unto him, "Cast thy garment about thee and follow me." Okay, so he was giving him commandments, man. He was giving him orders on what to do. Okay? First he smote and woke him up. Okay? Told him to wake up, rise up quickly. Okay? And then, to get ready, man. Gear up, dress up, Alright? And follow me. Okay, verse 9. And this angel got these directions from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 9. And he went out and followed him. Okay, so he went in faith, and wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, and the angel, by the way, they came suddenly, man. Okay, that goes into the surprising, how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he acts, man, by way of surprise, man. Okay. Verse 10. And when they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord. Okay, so the gate just opened by itself. Okay, we know that was spiritual power. Okay, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai controls everything, man. The elements, he controls everything, man. Okay, and we have to believe that. Okay, man, we're about to see great things, man. Okay, great deliverances, man. Okay. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. You see, the angel went his way. Okay, on to the next mission. You see, his task was done. Okay, he delivered Peter out of prison. Okay. Well, these things are going to happen again, man. Okay. Whatsoever was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope, man. Okay. And the scriptures help us grow from faith to faith, man. That's what the gospel does, man. Okay, it makes you grow from faith to faith, man. Seeing the things that happen, and the things that happen in your life, and the things that are going to happen, man. Okay, we believe that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to send divine intervention in a time of trouble. Okay. Verse 11. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, "Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel," Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has sent his angel, "and has delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews." Okay, what does that do? That's all to glorify the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, so the Lord is going to send his angels to have charge over his men. Okay, over his elect, man. Okay, and to help them, to protect them. Okay. Let's go into the book of Hebrews. Okay, we're gonna read this. Hebrews 1 and verse 14. It says here, "Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation?" Okay, now it's referring to the angels. They are the ministering spirits. Let's get that here. Okay. Hebrews 1 14. Okay. Alright, that's why it says, "Fear not." The Lord said, "Fear not, I will help you, man." Okay, we can't be dismayed. Okay, we can't be in confusion. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to help us, man. Okay, by way of divine intervention. Okay, ministering spirits. Okay, and the Greek is liturgikos. relating to the performance of service employed in ministering, right? So the angels, they're our service. They're here to help us. Okay, they're here to serve us. Okay, to help us. Glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, because that's what it comes down to. Okay, everything is for the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So the minister is diakonia. Okay, service, ministering of those who execute the commands of others. All right. First of all, they're Yahweh Shem Yahushai the angels are first of all the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and they're sent to help us. Okay, so first and foremost, they are the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why the angel says, "I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren." Okay, and they're sent to help us. Okay, so one of the words here, it says servants, it says here relief. Okay, relief. Okay, so the angels are sent to give us relief, to help us, to protect us, to strengthen us, okay, to guide us. Alright, so I wanted to touch on that. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to send his angels to have charge over us. Okay, Lord willing. This was edifying. I want to end off by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakudash, the belongs to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, like Yahweh Shem Shabbat.